Hello everyone, I'm Lucy. Today, I'll take you on an exciting story, but before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
I and Pearl
Let's
were
go.
playing our favorite playing Disney princess. No, I'm going to be your knight, fighting all the bad guys and protecting you, milady.
Then a maid knocked on the door with a phone in her hands.
That might be my parents.
Ruby, the school called again. How on earth could you get all these words spelled wrongly? What kind of nurse is spelled with a Z?
I am really trying.
It's all right, Bae. Studying isn't for everyone, and you might be of a sport type. Sweet Pea, could you just try a little more next time? Good girl. We have to go now. Bye.
I know you can do this. You just need to keep practicing.
You're perfect just the way you are.
Hi everyone, I'm Ruby, and this is my little sister Pearl. Since my parents were always away for business trips, it's always just been me and her growing up together. You already know, I was terrible at studying, but Pearl was nothing like me. She was a genius.
What are you doing? Pearl, for God's sake, it's 6 a.m. The sun is still sleeping, and you should be sleeping too. Absolutely not. Today is my first day in high school, and I have to make a good impression. My streak must continue. Straight A's since 2015. I know. As if your valedictorian title isn't impressive enough.
I might be Ruby, the dumb kid who couldn't read half of a word, but it doesn't matter, cause now I am Ruby, the awesome soccer captain.
Yes, go Ruby. That's my sister, everyone.
I led the school soccer team to win multiple trophies, and I also aimed at varsity scholarship myself. Studying was still a nightmare, but I gradually accepted that I wasn't born for studying, but for soccer, so all was well. That morning, I was walking with Pearl on her first day at school when Beth and her clique approached us.
Hey, Ruby. Ready to flunk your junior year?
Beth, still salty because coach left you on the bench yesterday. My advice for you would be to learn how to actually play soccer.
Unfortunately, some of us have other things going on to focus on, like our brains. Oh, oops, you don't have one. I can't understand. Sorry.
Boo-hoo. Funny. That's Beth on my soccer team who always messed with me like everyone else. But all's good now, as I had my dear sister studying in the same school as me. Sis, I found my class. I have to go now. Bye.
The next day at school, we had a new English teacher.
Ruby Walker, could you read the summary on page 10?
Oh, screwed!
Oh dear. Is that your thinking face? Didn't know you were capable of that. Sorry, teacher, but she can't read. You know what? My thoughts today on the book can be summarized into the classic song by the amazing Taylor Swift. So, the hater's gonna hate, but I'm just gonna shake. Shake it off. Shake it off.
Just then, the entire class was in a frenzy, and everyone was singing, dancing like they were in the Eras tour. The teacher was so upset and tried to calm everyone down, but I was sent to the principal's office immediately.
First trouble in the junior, huh? Ruby, listen. Both you and I know how much you mean to the team, but unfortunately, it is not enough anymore. New district laws state that students must average at least C- to be eligible for the varsity scholarship.
What? But I am the most qualified for it.
I am sorry, but until you can move grades from whatever it is right now to a C, you're off the team to focus more on your studying. Beth is now our candidate for the scholarship, and she'll take over your place.
Beth? That girl who scored just 5 goals all season when I had scored 20? The world was really getting crazy. No way was I going to watch my passion get taken away from me that easily. I'm gonna study hard, right? I'm gonna ask Pearl to tutor me.
Hi, Pearl. You know her? I heard she's kicked out of the soccer team because she's too dumb. Oh, no.
How scandalous if our valedictorian did.
Well, maybe now wasn't a good time. That night, I dozed off at my desk, writing 4 words over and over again. I am not dumb. The news had spread that I got kicked off the team because of my grades, and the school were vicious with their insults, like I didn't have enough issues already. Pearl started to avoid me like a plague, as if she's ashamed of me. So I couldn't ask her to tutor me either. It's like the whole world was going against me. The district superintendent was visiting our school, and the principal chose the 2 smartest kids to give a welcome speech, Pearl and a new student, Joe, from my class. So we started to hang out a lot at our home to prepare for the speech.
Hey Ruby, need any help with tomorrow's test?
Nah, I am famously unteachable.
Don't waste your time on me. And Pearl, girl is waiting for you. It's all right, she can wait. Let me help.
Surprisingly, for the first time in my life, I felt like I could actually learn. There was something about the way he taught me that made me absorb knowledge naturally, like he understood me and my struggles.
Hey, there you are. I've been looking for you.
We have a test coming, so I was helping Ruby.
And we have a huge speech to give on Thursday.
You know nobody actually listens to those speeches, right? Anyway, I trust you to come up with something incredible.
Pearl stormed out angrily, but the only thing in my mind then was that I actually could learn. Joe could help me get back to my team and win the scholarship. Later that night, when I was practicing some test questions Joe gave me, Pearl barged into my room.
I am not comfortable with you spending time with my boyfriend alone. Boyfriend? I didn't know you were dating. Well, not yet. Not with you hogging him and not giving me space to charm him. Oh, sorry. I was just excited. Joe is an incredible teacher. I was actually learning. Yeah, right. Of course you're capable of that.
Pearl left my room, and it felt like a knife went through my heart. Since when did she think of me like that? Like everyone else does. But she always believed in me. The next day was the speech, and even though I was heartbroken, I still went to support her, and I clapped the loudest after she gave her amazing speech.
Thank you for granting us a chance to study here. On behalf of the whole school, students, I'll try my best to bring glory to our school's tradition.
Wonderful speech, but I think before you bring glory to our school, shouldn't you teach your beloved sister, Ruby Walker, how to read first? I mean, maybe your dummy sister could learn 1 or 2 words from you before getting kicked out of her school.
The whole auditorium burst out laughing, and my rage was filling my body. I lunged at Beth and grabbed her stupid ponytail until she screamed so loud even the moon could hear her. Teachers and guards tried to separate us, while other students were excitedly shouting and cheering in the middle of the messy crowd. I saw Pearl look at me in shame. I ran to her, but she just brushed me off.
It's you again. Joe isn't enough. And now you tried to steal my spotlight as well? What? No. I never meant harm to you. I swear.
But she didn't listen to me and angrily stormed off. I was so angry at my brain for always failing me and at everyone. Now my dream was gone, and my dear sister hated me as well. I fell down on the bleachers and saw Beth wearing my captain's armband, gathering everyone to the morning practice. She waved at me with the widest smile. It was hard to fight the tears, so let them fall.
There you are. I was looking for you to continue our classes.
I don't think we should continue our classes.
Why?
Pearl, she doesn't like you and I together, and she will hate me for this.
Oh, I will talk to her, but this is more important. You need to get back on the pitch.
But you're just wasting your time on me. I'm just an idiot who ruined others' lives.
No, you're not an idiot at all. You're dyslexic like me. I've noticed your symptoms for a while, but I wasn't so sure. But I am now.
Dyslexia. There is a name for this, so I'm not stupid?
No, you just learn differently. I will help you and teach you all the things the specialists taught me.
My mind was fuzzy. I gave Joe a hug without thinking. I felt relief spread all over my body. I wasn't dumb. I was dyslexic. At home that night, I searched everything about dyslexia and even took an online assessment when suddenly, Pearl barged in.
You told Joe I like him. Yes and no, but not like that. Well, thanks so much. He just called to tell me he just considered me a little sister. And you know what? I saw you hugging him on the bleachers this afternoon. So you were going behind my back all this time? What a sister. Don't ever speak to me again.
Pearl stormed out and kept her words of never speaking to me. It broke my heart to see us parting like this. Luckily, Joe comforted me and helped me stay focused on studying. And our effort finally bore fruit as I got my first B ever on a test. And in no time, I got called to the principal's office.
Good job, Ruby. I always knew you're a gem, like your name, and you just need some sharpening. Welcome back to—
Please, leave me alone.
Mom ran down the dark corridor, looking for a place to hide, turning every doorknob that she came to. Finally, a door gave way, and she crouched in a corner, but it was too late.
Stay away from me. Stay away.
Hey, I'm Anastasia. My friends call me Anna, but my parents call me.
Stay away from me!
R.
Leave me alone!
Okay, I was being a little dramatic at the start of the video. Mom wasn't actually scared. This is how it really played out.
Mommy, can you read me a bedtime story?
Please leave me alone! Go ask your dad!
Daddy, look, I was outside playing and stepped in dog poop. See?
No, stay away from me.
My nanny looked after me, mostly because my parents were super busy with their careers, and she always called me Miss. So I thought my real name was Stay Away From Me. It wasn't until my first day of kindergarten that I found out I was wrong.
And what's your name, sweetie?
Stay away from me.
Excuse me, what did you just say?
Stay away from me.
And next thing I knew, my parents and I were sitting in the principal's office. Sure, I got into trouble, but at least my parents used my name more after that. And when I was 4, something amazing happened. My sister Isabella was born, and she was beautiful.
Oh, I have the most beautiful daughter anyone could ask for.
I was so bummed by what she said that I stuck my tongue out at her. But I got over it soon enough. I finally had someone to play with. Or so I thought. You see, Mom didn't want me near Isabella.
Shoo! Go away!
But one night, Isabella couldn't sleep and was screaming at the top of her lungs. I crawled into her crib and began to sing her lullabies. And then, soon enough, she was sleeping peacefully. I felt like the best big sister ever, but we never had a shot at getting close because of the way my parents treated us. They were less busy with work now and spent all their time fawning over Isabella and spoiling her while completely ignoring me.
You know what I see in the mirror? I see two beautiful girls with unlimited potential. Oh, Anna, how long have you been standing here?
I was here first, brushing my hair. You didn't even see me?
They'd whisk Isabella off to the mall or spa, and one time they even took her to Paris while I was stuck with the neighbor and turned 9 cats. It bothered me a lot at first, but eventually I just kinda got used to it. But my parents were slowly turning Isabella into a monster who bullied them and threw a fit anytime she didn't get her way. She would try to boss me around too, but I mostly wouldn't give in, which didn't sit too well with her. Like this one time when I was in 5th grade, I was eating spaghetti, and she turned to me with a weird look in her eyes.
Spaghetti and worms taste the same, don't you think?
What? My stomach churned when I looked on my plate, and sure enough, there were worms mixed with my spaghetti.
Ew!
When I told my parents, they told me it was a harmless prank. Every time Isabella did something to me, they would make excuses for her and brush it off. Even the time she cut my head out of all the family pictures.
She's too young to know what she's doing.
She's just having fun. Lighten up.
The weekend before middle school, I bought this super cute outfit for my first day, and I couldn't wait to put it on. But when I was getting ready, I couldn't find it anywhere. That is, until I entered the kitchen, and there sat Isabella in my outfit.
Isabella, that's mine!
It looks better on me. I look like a doll.
I rushed over to Isabella and tried to pull my outfit off of her when Mom dragged me away.
Anna, what are you doing to your little sister?
I want her to take off my clothes.
Oh, is that what you want? You should have said it nicely.
And then she took a pair of scissors and cut herself out of the dress.
Oh my god, you're such a psycho! Mom, aren't you gonna say anything?
Yes, if you knew how to share your things, you could both enjoy them. But now look at what you made your sister do.
I could pull my hair out. There was no winning against this brat when she had some magic spell cast on my parents. As I grew older, I just avoided my family as much as I could and faded into the background. I decided to focus on what I loved singing, and I became quite good at it. But I only realized exactly how good I was when I was 16, 2 months before high school started. I'd taken up a small gig at a cafe to sing occasionally, and when I was done, a stunning lady approached me.
Hi, I'm Gigi. You have a beautiful voice. I'd like to sign you up as a singer.
What? You want me?
Yes, I could make you a star.
It was an offer I couldn't refuse. I gave Gigi my address, and when she arrived at my house later that evening, my parents were quite surprised, and Issa looked so jealous.
But why would you want to sign her up?
Because she's talented.
But her looks?
Can be altered to look the part.
What do you mean, altered?
By the time my people are done with you, you won't even recognize yourself, kiddo.
The following week, I went to the studio with Gigi, and I felt like I was in a dream. And after rehearsals, Gigi's makeup artists took over, and she was right. I barely recognized myself. I looked amazing. When I got home, Mom looked shocked.
Oh my god, Anna, you look stunning.
My heart flipped with excitement. Did my mother just give me a compliment?
As stunning as a chicken in a jumpsuit.
Later that week, Mom took me shopping. In fact, over the next 2 weeks, Mom and I spent a lot of time together. We went to spas, dinners, and we even spent a day in Paris. I'd picked up a few things there for Isabella, but when I went to give it to her, she dumped everything on my head.
You think you're better than me because of this music gig? Your days are numbered! Witch!
Did my baby sister just threaten me? I was too busy to think too much about what Isabella said. I worked hard and released my first album, and by the time I started high school, I was already famous.
Oh my god, her skin is flawless.
She's such an amazing singer. I can carry your books around.
But life just had to give me lemons, and this lemon was Mandy, the meanest and richest girl in school. She transferred to our school the year before and was the most popular girl around. But clearly, I dethroned her now because I had way more fans and social media followers than her, and she just couldn't handle it.
Others may have forgotten how ugly you really are, but I'll never forge. And I'll make sure the others don't, either.
I tried to ignore her and just enjoy my newfound fame. But of course, Mandy did everything to ruin it. This one time, after gym class, she filled my body wash with oil, Another time, she filled my bag with live frogs that went crazy in the science lab. She was a lunatic. And then, one afternoon, while walking through the mall, I saw Mandy and Isabella together. Mandy was shoving a dress into Isabella's hand and looking over her shoulder. Wait, was she trying to get Isabella to shoplift? I stormed over to them immediately.
Mandy, what are you doing with my sister?
Mind your business, Anna. She's my friend. And wait, way better than you.
Isa, she can't be that good. If she's trying to get you to steal clothes, you're coming with me?
But Isa bit my arm hard and ran off.
Stay away from my sister, Mandy!
But after that, I'd see the two of them together all the time. If they wanted to run their own Anastasia hate club, then fine. I had better things to focus on, like my very first concert that Gigi has arranged to boost album sales. On the night of the concert, my family came to support me, and I was so excited. I grabbed the mic, and I stepped onto the stage confidently. And I was totally owning it. Everything was going great until someone from the crowd screamed and pointed at the chandelier above me, which was falling down. One of my guitar players threw himself at me and managed to get me out of the way, seconds before the chandelier crashed on stage. Before I could even process what had happened, Gigi whisked me away to get me checked up at the hospital. A few days later, I came across the opportunity of a lifetime. There was one spot open in the most prestigious music college, and they'd be visiting the school in 3 months to hold auditions. I just had to get that scholarship.
You can drool on that spot all you want, but it's mine.
Gosh, why was the world always putting Mandy and me against each other? She played the piano, and she was good. Beethoven good. I couldn't let her win this. I threw myself into practice. After rehearsals with Gigi, I'd stay back in the studio and practice for my big day. One evening, while I was walking home from practice and saw Mandy picking a loaf of bread out of the trash. She's the richest girl at school, so why is she digging through garbage for food? I followed Mandy until she went into the bad part of town. The houses were small and shabby, and I watched as she entered one of them. What on earth? I needed to know what was happening, so I walked up to the door and was about to knock when I heard a familiar voice. Isabella.
I told you already. I'm done with this. I'm not doing your homework, shoplifting, or going out of my way to be your puppet.
Isabella was making Mandy do stuff. Feeling shocked, I pulled out my phone, opened the door by an inch, and started recording. What I heard next made my head spin.
You'll do as I say, or else spill your filthy little secret all over the internet.
I am so sick and tired of this. Tell everyone I don't care.
You the only so popular, Mandy, not caring what people think. Are you really comfortable with people knowing that your father is rotting in jail for fraud, while you and your mother are left with nothing and living in this rat hole? I find that hard to believe, given how hard you've been trying to keep up appearances in school.
I've done everything you've asked me to do since you read my diary and discovered my secret. You made me tamper with the chandelier at Anna's concert. She could have gotten seriously hurt. I should have never agreed to do it. It's been giving me nightmares.
But if you don't do as I say, I'll tell everyone what you did. Oh, yes, I recorded it. And then you'll go meet Daddy in jail.
Do your worst, Isabella. I don't care.
I watched in horror as Isabella picked up a bat and raised it at Mandy. I flung open the door and lunged at Isabella, not a bat from her hand, and pinned her to the ground.
Get off, you ugly jerk!
Did you completely lose your mind? What have I ever done to hurt you? How could my own sister hate me so much?
Because you overshadowed my life. You should have never been in the picture, and I'd do anything to bring you down.
Isabella lunged at me with a scream, but the commotion had attracted the attention of some neighbors who came running in and held Isabella. Someone called the police, who took her away kicking and screaming. I was still reeling with shock when Mandy turned to me.
You helped me. Why?
We may have our differences, but I couldn't let Isabella blackmail you or hurt you.
Thanks, Anna.
No problem. That's what friends are for.
Friends? Are we friends?
Maybe we could try. Crazier things have happened.
Hi, I'm Layla from Washington, and I have a really personal story to share today. But before I do, please like and subscribe. My mom gave birth to identical twin daughters, me and my sister Elise. So, of course, my parents dressed us in the same clothes and braided our hair with matching ribbons. But people could easily tell us apart for one reason. Elise was born with a minor facial distortion. Her eyes were a little lopsided, and her mouth was almost as low as her chin. I, on the other hand, looked like a freaking porcelain doll. And everywhere we went, people would ooh and ah at me. She's just too lovely to be real.
Wow, look at those brown eyes.
I have the same color eyes.
But everyone ignored Elise, and it really got to her. I kept telling her she was just as pretty as me, but she wouldn't hear a word of it. And as years passed, my sister grew to hate me. Elise did everything she could to make me feel as sad and angry as she felt. She'd spread rumors about me at school, steal my diary, and once she'd tried to shave off my eyebrows. I was living in fear, 24/7. Worst of all, my parents didn't take it that seriously.
I'll take away her electronics for a week.
That's not enough, Dad. Elise is trying to ruin my life. What if she tries to seriously hurt me?
Oh, Layla, that's silly. Elise is just going through a phase and we would never let her harm you.
They didn't understand, and when I turned 14, things really turned upside down. One afternoon, I came home from school to find Elise in the living room with my parents, and they looked furious with me.
How could you do something like that, Layla?
What are you talking about?
Elise said you locked her in the closet for an hour. We heard her calling for us.
What? Just then, I saw Elise, and she was smirking at me.
I just don't think I feel safe around Layla anymore, Mommy. How can I trust her after what she did?
Guys, she's framing me. She locked herself up in the closet.
And why would she do that? That's just twisted, Layla.
Didn't my parents see how crazy Elise was? Not one of them talked to me that night. They all watched Luna Avatar with a bowl of popcorn while I stayed in my room. But the next morning, my parents did the unthinkable. They made me move into the guest house.
It was Elise's idea. You two need space away from each other. We can't have this negativity in the house.
So you're kicking me out? What, because I trapped her in the closet? I told you guys I didn't do it.
It doesn't matter who did it. The point is, you two are toxic for each other right now. And at the moment, Elise needs our attention more than you do. You have more friends and the world at your fingertips. It's just for a short time, Layla.
I was speechless. I was being punished for literally nothing, and it was all Elise's fault. I moved into our guest house that evening and didn't speak to any of my family members. In fact, I continued to ignore them for the next several months. Sure, it was clear Elise was much happier without me in the house. She made more friends and even picked up a few hobbies. But I was still bubbling with anger. One day, I was coming out of the supermarket when I saw a homeless boy outside with dyed turquoise hair. I immediately pulled out a bag of bananas and some change, but he just laughed.
Whoa, do I look like a beggar?
If I'm being honest,
These clothes are just really old.
I still insisted that he keep the bananas, and the two of us ended up having lunch together. I found out the boy's name was Easton, and he lived in an apartment down the block. He was also an absolute sweetheart. I told Easton all about my home situation and Elise's issues with me, and he had a brilliant idea.
Pretend to run away from home, leave at midnight, and leave a note. Turn off the location services on your phone, and you can stay at my place. They'll get so scared they'll beg you to move back in with them. They might even finally punish your jerk sister.
I was sold. My whole family deserved a little scare. So that night, I sent a text to both my parents to tell them my plans and switched my location to private. I spent the next 2 nights at Easton's apartment. His family was really poor, and I had to sleep on a torn cot, but I felt fantastic. My parents were probably going crazy.
Maybe they think you joined a gang.
Or they think I'm pregnant and ran off to get married. Unfortunately, the fun didn't last long. The next morning, my parents burst into Easton's apartment with several cops. They hugged me and cried for a moment, but then they were furious.
Why would you scare us like this? We had no idea what was going on.
Sorry, but you kicked me out for no reason, and then neglected me for 6 months. I needed to teach you a lesson.
Teach us a lesson? Layla, we know the living situation isn't perfect, and we know we haven't been giving you as much attention, but just disappearing like you did. That's crazy behavior. Come with us right this second.
After that, Mom let me move back into the house, but she watched me like a dog. Elise even suggested I shouldn't leave home without her escorting me, and my parents agreed. Luckily, I could still hang out with Easton, who was the only person who seemed to care about me, and it turned out we'd even be going to the same high school next month. On my first day of 9th grade, I was in gym class when Easton started jogging next to me.
Whoa there, you look ready to faint. Here, take some of my water.
Oh God, is it that obvious?
Don't worry, you still look lovely, even though you're drenched in sweat.
Easton smiled at me as I drank from his water, and I felt a little weak in the knees, and not just because I was tired. I saw Elise glare at me as she jogged by, but I didn't care. As months passed, Easton and I just got closer, And whenever Elise was mean, he always defended me.
You can make fun of Layla's dress all you want, but she's the one who got a party invitation, and you didn't.
Secretly, I had the biggest crush on Easton, but I was way too chicken to ever tell him. I was just grateful to have a best friend. It was exhausting living with a bully 24/7. Then, one day, when I came home from school, my parents gave me shocking news. They'd found a plastic surgeon to fix Elise's facial distortion. They couldn't completely get rid of it, but I'd never seen my sister so happy.
I felt so ugly my whole life, Layla. I know it sounds shallow, but I can't wait to be as beautiful as you.
Elise, look at me. You've never been ugly. But if getting this surgery makes you feel more confident, then I support you. Elise started to cry then and hugged me. I stayed with her in the surgery room the entire time, and she even apologized for how she treated me. And I was glad. I was ready to give up our crazy fighting. After Elise's surgery, things changed between us. Elise didn't seem jealous of me anymore, and even started hanging out with me and Easton. Then, one day, I walked into my front yard and almost had a heart attack. Elise was kissing Easton. Hey, does someone want to tell me what's going on here?
Layla, I've been meaning to tell you. Easton and I like each other, and I asked him out.
I felt like I was gonna throw up. I pulled Elise aside angrily. How could you do this to me? Elise, I love him and you know it.
I know you love him, and I'm sorry. But I've been hanging out with Easton for a couple of weeks, and we have a connection.
How could you do this to me? Elise, I love him and you know it.
Layla, I'm not trying to hurt you. I really like Easton, and I just want to be happy for once.
I can't take this anymore. You made me miserable for 14 years, and then got me kicked out of my own house and convinced Mom to basically ground me for 24/7. This is the last straw. I stormed off and blocked Easton on all social media. He kept calling me to apologize and tell me that him dating Elise wouldn't change our friendship, but I refused to speak to him. The next day at school, I decided it was time for overdue revenge. The first thing I did was attach a bucket of paint to the cafeteria doorway, and when Elise walked in with Easton, pink splashed all over them. Everyone laughed like crazy, and I felt great. I got suspended for a day, but it was worth it, and I didn't stop there. That entire month, I pulled every prank I could think of on them at school, putting spiders in their locker and gluing their butts to the classroom chairs. I felt guilty for being a jerk, but Elise deserved it, didn't she? And Easton was dating my sister, who bullied me my whole life. Then one day, I was studying in the courtyard when Easton walked over to me, and he looked furious.
I've had it with you, Layla. Your jealousy has turned you insane. All the kids at school now are terrified of you.
What do you mean? I've done nothing to anyone, except you and Elise.
Really? Because the bucket of paint from your prank got all over the cafeteria floor, and one kid tripped and sprained his ankle. I'm sorry you're hurt about me dating Elise, but it happened organically. Our feelings for each other had nothing to do with you. I know you're hurt, but don't become a bully because of it.
Easton walked off, and I thought about what he said. Maybe Elise wasn't trying to hurt me, and her falling for Easton was just a coincidence. Maybe I could just be happy for her. So that week, I did everything I could to make things right with people. I volunteered to help as many kids as I could with homework, and they'd know I wasn't a monster. And I apologized to Elise and Easton, and surprisingly, they forgave me. On Friday night, Elise and Easton were celebrating their 1-month anniversary at the beach. So I told Elise I'd deliver them a picnic basket. But when I got there, Elise was sitting alone in the sand, and she was crying. Hey, what's wrong? Where's Easton?
He's not here, Layla. He's not coming.
Did you guys break up?
No, because we never dated. It was all fake. I even paid Easton monthly and used up all my savings. I wanted to make you jealous.
Wait, what? I don't understand.
I thought that after my surgery, people would start treating me differently because my face looked better. I thought I'd finally get as much attention as you. But because my distortion isn't totally fixed, I didn't. And that made me angry. But I can't do this to you anymore. I feel horrible.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Elise kept apologizing, but I couldn't even look at her. I didn't want revenge. I just didn't want to deal with her anymore. Things completely changed between us after that. My sister and I both cut contact with Easton and became strangers to each other. It broke my heart, but I didn't know what else to do. We were toxic for each other. Before we knew it, high school ended, and we both went our separate ways. A couple of years later, I was walking around my university campus when I got a phone call.
Layla, it's Easton. I know we haven't spoken in years, but I need your help. My parents lost their house and are homeless. I'm doing everything I can to help them, but I'm desperate. I'm calling everyone I know for either money or food.
My stomach was in knots. I still hated Easton for what he did, but he was obviously in a crisis. So I bought a bunch of food and clothes and arrived at the homeless shelter.
God, you're an angel. I can't thank you enough.
I'm not doing this for you. It's for your parents. And I never want to see you after this. Do you understand?
Yes, what I did to you was unforgivable. Can I just tell you one thing? I never wanted to go through with Elise's fake dating plan. The only reason I agreed to it was because my family's been struggling since I was a kid. I was always terrified we'd end up living on the streets. It's still no excuse, especially because I was in love with you.
My head started spinning. I had no idea Easton had been suffering that much, and I had no idea that he loved me. I decided it was time to smooth things over. That night, I went right home and convinced my parents to give Easton's family a loan, and then I asked if they could invite Elise for dinner.
Oh, sweetie, that's a wonderful idea. She's doing well these days, but she talks about you a lot.
For some reason, I was happy to hear that. When Elise came over, she immediately ran to hug me.
Layla, I'm so glad you're here. Actually, I got you some presents.
Elise handed me a huge gift bag, and to my shock, she bought me all kinds of expensive presents. Perfume, jewelry, and even a brand new iPad.
None of this makes up for how I've treated you over the years. But I love you, Layla. And if you ever want to have a relationship, I'm here.
Thanks, Elise. That means a lot. You did really hurt me. But it has been a couple of years. I can't forgive you overnight. But this is a good start.
I also know you got in touch with Easton. If you ever want to date him, you have my blessing. It's a possibility. But
first, I want to make things right with you. Though, of course, Elise invited Easton over later and left us alone on our porch.
I'm really glad you and Elise made up. Do you think you can ever forgive me? Layla, I never really got over you.
Wow, I didn't know that. But it will take me some time to trust you again.
I understand that. I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
Hi, I'm Lorna from Nashville, and this is my story. Please like and subscribe. I grew up as an only child, and it was pretty lonely because my single mom was always busy. She'd mostly forget my birthdays or any promises she made. Mom, you promised you'd take me to the beach for a birthday picnic.
The sea and the beach will still be there next weekend, Lorna. But without my job, I won't be able to raise you.
Mom worked as a chef at a big restaurant, and I enjoyed watching her cook whenever I tagged along with her to work. That soup looks tasty.
I need to use the bathroom. Don't touch anything.
As soon as Mom left, I picked up a ladle and leaned over to scoop up some soup. Oh, it was so good. As I went in for another spoonful, suddenly my removable braces fell into the pot.
Lorna, what are you doing there?
Nothing. I quickly moved away, and she hurried with a bowl and dished out some soup.
We have a very important guest in the restaurant. No distractions, please.
When she went out again, I frantically searched for my braces, but moments later, she came into the kitchen crying.
I just got fired because the important guest found this in his bowl.
I am so sorry, Mom.
Ever since you came, my life has been a roller coaster.
I was heartbroken when she said that. After that, she changed towards me even though I said sorry like a million times. She managed to get some part-time jobs, but was having trouble making ends meet. So eventually, when I was in 7th grade, we had to move from our nice apartment in the city and go live with Grandma in a small town. We hadn't met Grandma in ages, and she hugged me tight.
Oh, you've grown so big, Lorna.
Mom just sulked and took our bags upstairs to her old room. Grandma made an amazing supper, and I was having a great time, but Mom was still in a bad mood. And then she had the strangest conversation with Grandma. I don't want certain people to know that we're here.
That's kind of impossible, dear. It's a small town.
We're only going to be around for a few months till I get another job. Just don't talk about us with anyone.
But I like Grandma's house. Please, let's just stay here for good. Mom just ignored me and walked off.
We'll convince her to stay. Don't worry. Now you go to bed because tomorrow is your first day at your new school.
The school I was going to was actually Mom's old school, and Grandma took me there the next morning while Mom stayed in bed. As I walked through the corridor, I saw this boy with big glasses hanging from his locker.
Hello, can you help me down?
How did you get up there?
My stupid older stepbrother and his friends.
I was as short as him, so it was a bit difficult getting him down, but we both ended up in a heap on the floor.
Thanks. I've never seen you around before.
Oh, I'm new. My name is Lorna.
What's that smell?
What smell?
It's coming from your bag. Do you have dead skunks in there?
When I opened it, I saw that Grandma had packed me lunch, and it was leftovers from last night, and it didn't smell right. The boy ran away without even telling me his name. But when I got to class, I saw him there, and he instantly yelled.
Hey everyone, there's the stink bomb I was telling you about.
That's how he paid me back for helping him? Everyone pinched their noses as I sat down with my stinky backpack. Right behind that jerk, whose name was Brad. Hey, idiot, I'm hanging you back on that lacquer later.
I know what I did was wrong, but I've been waiting for a long time for someone new to take my place in school.
What are you talking about?
I've always been the easy target for bullies, the one that gets thrown in the trash bin or gets the face stuck in the toilet.
So you want me to go through all that?
It's not that bad, you look strong. Good luck.
When I got home, I told Grandma it was a bad idea to put leftovers in my lunchbox.
I'm sorry, dear. Let's go get some lunch snacks from the grocery store.
No, she's not going to the grocery store, Mom.
Why can't I go to the store?
It's just a short trip. It'll be fine. No one knows who she is.
What?
Ugh, nothing.
Mom reluctantly agreed. And as Grandma and I roamed through the aisles, I suddenly spotted Brad walk in with a man who was probably his dad. Grandma! That's the boy who made all the kids laugh at me at school. Just then, Brad's dad saw us and approached Grandma.
Hi, it's been a while since I've seen you.
Oh, yes. Your son has really grown up.
Yeah, who's this pretty girl?
Oh, just a maid's daughter.
What? No, I'm not Grandma.
Grandma? She's your granddaughter.
Oh, God, yes, she is my granddaughter.
And then Brad's dad bent down and suddenly hugged me. Okay, what are you doing, weirdo? Grand, what's going on?
Honey, I wasn't supposed to tell you this, but he's your dad.
What? But Mom told me my dad wasn't alive.
Oh, that's what she said. Well, I'm very much alive, honey. And this is your twin brother.
What? Brad and I looked at each other, stunned. And then Grandma said we needed to leave. On our way back home, Grandma explained everything to me.
Your mom had just completed high school when she had you and your brother, and she wasn't ready to start a family. So she took you and asked your dad to keep your brother.
But that's so unfair. I always wanted a sibling because growing up, Mom was always busy and I was so lonely.
I know, love. It wasn't a fair choice for both you and your brother.
When we got home, Mom was waiting for us, smiling.
I got a job interview.
You told me I didn't have a dad, but I saw him today. And I have a twin brother too. Were you ever going to tell me?
Gosh, I knew I shouldn't have come back here.
She had to find out one day. Things like this just can't be kept a secret forever.
This is a mess. Lorna, listen.
I don't want to hear anything you have to say. You lied to me all my life. The next day when I woke up, Dad was in the kitchen with Brad.
Why didn't you tell me you were in town?
Because we made an arrangement to never see each other ever again.
But you're here now. Don't you want to meet your son?
Mom looked at Brad tearfully, and he looked as angry as I felt.
I have a mom?
And I have a dad. The situation in the kitchen was really tense, so I took Brad to my room while our parents still argued. This used to be Mom's room, but now it's mine.
I can't believe I have a mom, my own mom, and a grandma and a sister. After Dad married my stepmom, things just went bad for me. She and her son are awful people.
Don't worry, you have me now.
I'm sorry about what I did at school.
I forgive you. Mom and Dad apologized to us both and said they'd been wrong to keep us apart. Brad and I told them it would take us time to forgive them. But secretly, we both thought it was the best thing we'd ever discovered. Mom decided to stay, and as time went by, Brad and I got really close. He started coming by often, and we had a lot in common. Grandma adored Brad, and slowly he and Mom started warming up to each other too. Like this one time, Mom was struggling to open a bottle of pickles, and he instantly got up to help her out.
Wow, you're a strong boy now.
She kissed him on his forehead, and his face just lit up. But at school, his older stepbrother Mason kept acting like a psycho. One day in the 8th grade, Dad took us all out to a restaurant. And just as I was about to sit next to Brad, Mason pulled away my chair and I fell flat on my butt.
Mason,
What? I was pulling out a chair for the lady. I was being a gentleman, Dad. It's not my fault she's a clumsy idiot.
When Mason went to the bathroom, I smothered his seat with BBQ sauce without Dad noticing. Brad and I giggled as he took his seat.
What are goofballs laughing at?
It was so hilarious because when he got up, it looked like he pooped his pants. As we grew up, we learned how to defend ourselves against Mason and his friends. Until one day I found Brad sitting with them during recess. Hey, Brad, did you lose your way in your mind? Come on, let's find another table.
He doesn't want to chill with you anymore. Go find some other friends.
Brad? But he just looked away. What was going on? I caught up with him at the end of the last class. You want to tell me why you're hanging out with Mason suddenly?
Look, Lorna, my stepmom has a lot of connections, and she said she'll help me get into a great university on full scholarship if I help Mason pass his exams. So I got to do this. Okay.
That's ridiculous. You don't need her connections. You can get in on your own. And I'm sure Dad has enough money to pay for your college.
That's the thing. He doesn't. Dad's business was doing really poorly when he met my stepmom. Sometimes I think he just married her for the money. Now she controls everything. I have to do what she says. That's what Dad's told me to. It's just for some time. Mason will graduate soon.
He just walked away, and I suddenly felt so lonely again. He stopped coming over completely, and since Mom had gotten a job as a head chef in a nearby city, she'd become really busy again too. Thankfully, I had Grandma, but lately she'd been struggling with her memory, and one day I came home, and she couldn't remember who I was.
Who are you? What are you doing in my house?
Grandma, are you joking?
Go away before I call the police.
But it's me, Lorna! I had to wait outside till Mom came back. We took Grandma to the hospital, and the doctor said she had Alzheimer's disease. Why is this happening to Grandma? She's the only person I can talk to.
Sweetie, you can talk to me.
But you're never around. Mom started taking weekends off from work, spending more time at home so we could take care of Grandma together.
Lorna, I was very young when I had you and your brother, and it felt like it might be the end of all my dreams, but it's not true. I just want you to know that I love you both more than my career. Family is the most important thing, and it's taken me some time to realize that.
Thank you, Mom. I love you too. Grandma's illness brought Mom and I closer, but Brad just never came back to us. He was still hanging out with Mason and his stupid friends even after they'd graduated high school. And then, one day in 12th grade, I found him in the school parking lot, trying to break into a teacher's car. Brad, what are you doing?
None of your business. Go away.
No, you were doing something wrong. I'm not just going to forget what I saw.
Look, just get out of here.
I'm not going anywhere. Just then, Mason jumped over the school fence and started yelling at Brad.
What's taking you so long, dude? My boys are waiting outside.
I couldn't get the car open. I'm trying.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. They were stealing a teacher's car. Mason, I should have known that you were behind this.
When are you going to learn to mind your own business, Lorna?
I'm calling the principal. As I walked away, Mason grabbed my hand and I screamed. But just then, Brad pounced on him.
Don't touch my sister.
While they rolled on the floor wrestling, I ran straight to the principal for help. The principal called the police, and Mason was arrested for trespassing on school property and attempted theft. Turned out it wasn't the first car he and his gang had stolen. Brad, what happened to you?
Lorna, you don't know what I had to live with. Mason's mom is so evil. If I didn't listen to Mason, then he would tell his mom and I won't get to go to college.
Did you talk to Dad? Did you tell him that Mason is making you steal cars?
I tried, but he never believes me.
I hugged him as he cried. You should have told me. I would have helped you. I told Mom everything that happened, and she was so mad at Dad. She insisted that Brad come and live with us, and he was really happy too. Soon after, my college application replies came back, and to my delight, I've gotten in on a full scholarship.
I'm so happy for you, sis. My scholarship applications never got accepted, but at least you get to go.
I have enough money saved by now, and I'll pay for your studies. Brad, you don't have to worry about that ever again, because you are also my child.
As we celebrated in the living room, Grandma suddenly appeared.
Lorna, Brad, when did you get here? I'm so happy to see you.
Grandma remembered us, even if it was for just a little while, and it was a moment to cherish.
Hi, I'm Amelia from Germany. Please like and subscribe. I live in a trailer shed in Berlin because my parents didn't make any money. My parents tried to get me toys and presents once in a while, even though it didn't go too well.
I have a present for you, sweetie. They were giving away free books at the library.
Thanks, but you do realize almost all the pages are missing, right? Mom, I have an idea. What if I get a job and then we become billionaires?
You're in the 3rd grade, Amelia. I don't think that's possible.
How could I argue with that? But a few months later, things took an insane turn. Mom had to work all weekend, so Dad decided to take me on a camping trip. I firmly refused because there are too many mosquitoes there. But Dad insisted. He borrowed a neighbor's van and we drove for 8 hours straight. God, he was crazy. Finally, we stopped at our destination and I couldn't believe my eyes. We were standing in front of a palace.
I'd like you to meet your grandfather.
Just then, an old man came out and I was super confused. Then at dinner, my grandpa dropped a bombshell on me.
I wanted your father to marry a rich woman, but instead he marries someone who can't even buy her daughter a proper bed. I told him I'd only share my riches if he'd divorce her for someone else.
Actually, Amelia, I brought you here because I'm leaving your mom. I can't live in poverty any longer. We're moving in with my father and you're going to have a new stepmom soon.
You can forget about me living with you. What, you were just going to kidnap me and never tell Mom what happened to us? I don't ever want to see you. I don't even want to look at you. You're dead to me. How could Dad do something so sick? I had Mom pick me up after that, and when she found out what Dad was actually up to, she was horrified. I didn't see him again after that, and Mom told me everything.
His parents never accepted me, so he cut them off. I never thought he would leave me. I'll never fall in love again with any man.
That's okay, Mom. You don't need to marry anyone, and I don't want another mean dad. We can do this, just the two of us. It turned out we did make it on our own. After a couple of years, Mom finally found a new job that paid more and we were able to move into a house. Everything was great. I was getting good grades in school and I had tons of friends. But most importantly, I've made a life-changing decision. I refuse to talk to any guy around me. If a boy sat next to me in class, I would immediately leave, and everyone thought I was crazy for it.
Amelia's like an alien, as if she's never even seen a boy in her life.
Maybe she thinks she's too good to talk to any guy at our school.
Well, I didn't care what they said about me. I had created a boy-free life for myself and I was loving it until one day my whole world came crashing down. In 10th grade, 2 twin brothers entered our school in a limo. They were dreamy billionaire heartthrobs named Dennis and Leon. All the girls were fawning over them, except me. Then suddenly, as I was walking down the hall, Leon called me.
I want this young lady to be my school guide for the day. You'll escort me, do all my classes, fetch me my test answer sheets from the teacher's lounge, and of course...
Hey, you can't ask her to do all that. She's a girl. She should have someone escorting her. Show some respect.
Okay, first of all, girls don't need anyone to escort them, and secondly, I don't talk to boys ever. Ask any kid in school, and I really don't talk to snooty guys who expect me to be their slave. I started to walk away when Dennis grabbed my arm gently.
Wait, please. I'm sorry about my brother. He can be kind of a brat. He's the spoiled one in the family. My parents give him everything. Let me make it up to you. I'll buy you coffee. You seem like a really nice girl. We can be friends and get to know each other.
Oh dear God. I tried pushing Dennis away, but he wouldn't give up. He followed me around all day, desperate to be my friend. It was kind of convenient having someone carry all of my textbooks, but I didn't want to take advantage of him. Dennis wasn't as awful as I thought, at least not like Leon. While Dennis followed me around, Leon acted like a total arrogant jerk.
Your dress has a stain on it. Don't you have a washing machine at home?
I'm really not interested in your opinion. And in math class, he forced me to give up my seat.
I need to sit at the front of the class near the chalkboard, otherwise I can't concentrate.
When I said no, he whistled and 2 of his bodyguards came charging at me. At that moment, I panicked and ran away. But unfortunately, I tripped over a chair and fell down, and that's when I blacked out. Some hours later, I opened my eyes to find I was in the nurse's office with Dennis by my side.
You had kind of a scare back in the hall, and I wanted to make sure you were okay.
Okay, thanks, but you've known me for 2 freaking days. Why are you all over me?
I'm not trying to be creepy or anything. It just made me so mad when I saw how Leon acted towards you. My brother's evil, and I don't want him hurting anyone else the way he hurt me.
Before I could answer, Dennis told me all about Leon and all the horrible things he'd done to people. Apparently, Leon pulled all kinds of nasty pranks on Dennis, like leaving poisonous spiders in his underwear. But Dennis was most angry about Leon stealing his girlfriend last year.
He knew I loved her. I found him making out with her behind the school on her 6th-month anniversary.
I wasn't sure if it was because my head hurt or I felt lonely, but I enjoyed Dennis's company. After that day, I decided it wouldn't be a crime to hang out with him, so we became friends. Leon kept calling us boyfriend and girlfriend. One day, Leon and Dennis decided to throw a huge party, and Dennis really wanted me to go. Fine, but only because I've never been to a rich person's party before.
Oh, you'll have a blast, and if Leon tries to bug us, we'll glue his butt to a chair.
I laughed and was surprised how much I was looking forward to the party. I had lots of fun when I arrived, dancing to music, watching a movie in their private theater. Then, towards the end of the night, the boys decided to play Truth or Dare. When it was my turn, Dennis dared me to jump into the pool with my clothes on.
Sorry, what? You can't jump in our pool?
Actually, I can, because that's the rule of the game. I marched outside to the pool with the other kids, but as I stood at the edge of the pool, Leon grabbed my hand.
You are not jumping in that pool. We had a chemical leak yesterday and Dennis knows it. That psycho is trying to kill you.
Just shut up, dude, and let Amelia jump in.
God, this guy was a piece of work. He just didn't want me to have fun. Then suddenly Leon picked up a rock and threw it in the pool, and that's when I saw green bubbles surrounding it. There was a chemical leak. Did that mean?
See, I told you Dennis is trying to hurt you, Amelia. He's been up to no good for a while and I kept quiet, but this is just too much.
How about you continue to keep quiet, jerk?
What were they talking about? Then suddenly Leon punched Dennis and he fell to the ground. Leon, stop!
Amelia, I have to talk to you.
Just give a space for a second, will you? Leon finally agreed and left me with Dennis. You tried to throw me in a pool filled with acid? That makes no sense. Why would you do something like that?
My brother and I can't have you around. That's all you need to know. I don't owe you an explanation.
Wait, what? As if I want to associate with you. Psycho, I could have you locked up in jail. I yelled in his face and walked away. My God, he was wicked. I couldn't believe I'd ever trusted him. And what did Dennis mean when he said he couldn't have me around? God, I had so many questions. The next day at school, I tried to keep myself focused on schoolwork. I spent all of lunch in the library, but while I was looking through my textbook, someone came close and tapped my shoulder. Oh, you again? Why are you suddenly being so nice to me? This is all so confusing.
Long story short, our families are enemies. My grandma owns half of Germany, and apparently your grandpa does too. They've been threatening and blackmailing each other for years. So Dennis has been out to get you. That's why he followed you around. And I was trying to be loyal to my family, which is why I was a jerk to you at first, but I should have put a stop to it all earlier. I'm really sorry.
You know my grandpa. All of this happened because of a war between his family and yours.
Yep, it's taken over our whole lives. Our parents were barely around when we were kids. It hurt me a lot, but I got over it. Dennis didn't though. He especially hates your family. He thinks it's their fault that our parents neglected him. Dennis kind of turned into a psycho in general. Once he put poisonous spiders in my underwear, and then another time he stole my girlfriend just to piss me off.
Wait a second, Leon was saying the exact same things about Dennis that Dennis had said about Leon. Dennis really had been the culprit the whole time. God, what a mess. I slept for 14 hours after that day. Leon called me the next day and told me his parents had sent Dennis to juvie.
He set all my mom's dresses on fire when they got into a fight. That was kind of the last straw. I hope you're feeling better, Amelia. I was worried about you. Maybe we could get to know each other a little better.
That's really sweet, Leon, and I'm glad Dennis is out of the picture, but I'm better off not having any men in my life. All they've ever done is hurt me. Still, thanks for saving my life. I hung up the phone, but Leon didn't give up on me that quickly. He kept sending me funny memes and cheer-up messages. Then one day something wild happened. I was brushing my teeth when my phone rang and it was my dad.
Amelia, tell your friend to back off if he doesn't want to get seriously hurt.
Hey Dad, great to hear from you too after 6 years. Also, I don't know what you're talking about.
Your friend Leo, why would you be friends with our rivals anyway? He kept texting me to check up on you and be a better dad. Who does he think he is? When I didn't reply, he turned up at the house. I had to get him thrown out by guards, but next time I'll do worse.
Dad hung up without even saying goodbye. I immediately called Leon. Leon, you idiot, why did you go to my dad's place? Did they hurt you?
Hey, no, I'm fine. Just hit my head when the guards threw me out. It was foolish, but I was just trying to make up for Dennis, and you deserve to have someone look out for you.
It was stupid, but I was so touched by what Leon did for me. Maybe not all men were out to hurt me after all. I really started warming up to Leon after that, and we talked often. On my 16th birthday, I heard a knock at the door. It was Leon, and he was standing there with an envelope. I opened it to find concert tickets for my favorite band. Wow, this is amazing. But you didn't have to get me a present, Leon. You've been a really good friend.
There's 2 tickets in there. there. You obviously don't want to go alone. No chance I could ever be more than a good friend.
I really can't promise that, dude, but you never know what the future will hold for us. Don't let the past hurt you forever, and forgiveness helps heal the heart. Even if you've been hurt, open your heart and trust in new opportunities. Hi, my name is Zoe. Please like and subscribe. I have no idea where I was born or who my parents really were. All I ever knew was my orphanage and the kids there. But once when I was 5, I saw a magazine in a trash bin and I fished it out. As I flipped the pages, I came across a picture of a beautiful couple. They looked perfect. I was certain my parents looked like that. I cut out the picture and tucked it under my pillow. The next day, a couple came to the orphanage and the head mother took me to meet them. I looked at their faces and remembered the photo in the magazine. Nah, I'm not going with them. And with that, I ran off to hide. Basically, after that, I refused to get adopted till I met a couple of my dreams. By the time I was in 1st grade, most of my friends had left. One night, as I was looking out the window at the stars, I spotted some paint cans and brushes by a wall. I climbed down and started painting on the side of the building. I thought it looked really good, but the next morning I woke up to the head mother's screams.
I want everyone downstairs now.
As I joined the rest outside, she pointed at my painting.
Which one of you brats made this nonsense? Speak up.
Just then, a car drove up to the orphanage and I was shocked. It was a beautiful couple, exactly like the one in my picture. Okay, not exactly, but close enough. Suddenly, the woman said,
"Oh wow, who painted this wall mural?"
Me. It was me. The head mother turned purple while the couple told me I was so talented and then they adopted me. When we reached their house, my jaw dropped. It looked more like a palace. They took me to my beautiful room and a maid walked in with paints and brushes.
You can paint the walls however you like, sweetheart. Go crazy.
For the next 2 years, I lived my best life. Grand birthdays, party on yachts, exotic vacations. My parents kept me by their side and were always boasting to their friends about how talented I was. I felt truly loved. Then one day in 3rd grade, I went downstairs to find them crying. Mom, Dad, what's wrong?
"Oh, darling, these are happy tears. I'm pregnant after trying for 10 years. I can't believe this is happening."
It would be awesome to have a sibling. I fell in love with baby Polly at first sight while she and Mom were resting in the hospital room and went to the vending machine to get candy. But when I returned, the room was empty. I ran to the reception, and the lady there said that my family had just checked out. Wait, what? I felt panic rise in my chest. Just then, a kind-looking doctor approached me.
Sweetheart, is everything okay?
I got lost. Can you take me home, please? The lady dropped me home, and I stormed off inside. I found my parents in my room, and all my stuff was outside. Mom, Dad, I'm here.
Good to know. Why are you announcing it?
Hello, you guys forgot me at the hospital.
"No, I didn't. Did you hit your head somewhere? And can you please pick up your stuff?"
Turns out my parents had decided to convert my room to Polly's nursery, and I was shifted to the room in the other wing of the house. As Polly grew older, she had my parents wrapped around her little finger. Once when she was 2, we were having dinner when she jumped onto the table and pushed my bowl of hot soup onto my lap. Gosh, Polly, what's wrong with you?
"Don't talk to her like that. She's just a baby. She doesn't know what she's doing."
As I stormed off to change, I didn't feel too sure about that. By the time Polly was 4, my parents felt worried because she still only spoke in her baby language. One time when I was watching television, she suddenly climbed onto the couch.
Zoe, I hate you. You're disgusting.
What? What did you just say?
You heard me.
And with that, she smiled and started watching television. Just then, Mom and Dad walked in and I shouted, "You won't believe this. Polly can talk like proper words."
"What? Oh, my baby, I missed it. What did she say?"
She said she hates me and I'm disgusting.
Wow, Zoe, really? She just started talking and she's saying words like disgusting rubbish?
I swear.
"Oh, be quiet, Polly. If you can talk, say, 'I love you, mommy.'"
Hefkihi.
You've got us excited over nothing. Zoe, I don't know why you're turning into such a brat.
Oh my god. I was convinced my baby sister was a psychopath. One night I looked at the symptoms of psychopaths online and they were usually highly intelligent and used big words from a young age. Polly seemed to fit the description perfectly. She started talking properly in front of everyone soon, but that just made things worse. When I was in 11th grade and Polly was 8, my parents decided to host a grand New Year's party. As I was getting dressed, I looked up in the mirror to see Polly standing behind me holding a pair of scissors. "Hey, that's dangerous. Give it to me."
You didn't say please.
Then she suddenly chopped off the lock of hair. Oh my god, why'd you do that?
You will see.
And suddenly her bottom lips started to quiver and tears welled up in her eyes.
Mom, Dad, look like Zoe did. My beautiful curl. This is a treasure.
Mom and Dad came running and they were beyond furious. They wouldn't even listen to me.
We know you're jealous of Polly, but we never thought you'd go this far.
Sometimes I wonder if we made a mistake adopting you.
Sometimes, I think I made a mistake too, thinking you were the perfect parents. With that, I ran off to the park across the street. I was sitting on the swings when someone joined me.
Hey, is everything okay? Why are you here by yourself at night?
I live right across the street and I'm fine. Why are you here?
Oh, I just moved here with my aunt in the house next to that huge mansion.
I felt myself warming up to his kind face, but just then my tummy let out a loud growl. God, how embarrassing. But he didn't laugh. He just leapt off the swing and said,
I got to head home for dinner. Would you like to join me and my aunt?
When I got to his house, I was in for a surprise. His aunt was that doctor who dropped me from the hospital years ago, and she actually recognized me. As Lucas walked me back home, a clock somewhere struck midnight and fireworks exploded all over the sky. Happy New Year. He suddenly took my hand and my heart raced a little.
Everyone should have someone to kiss on New Year's Eve. Happy New Year, Zoe.
He pulled me closer and they leaned in for a kiss. My parents decided to give me the silent treatment for the next few weeks. But I didn't care. I'd spend all my time after school painting my room or hanging out at Lucas's place. We'd started dating and I was loving every second of it. One night, I let Lucas in through my window and we were making out when suddenly we heard the lock on the door click and someone flung it open. It was Polly. Oh my God, how did you open the door?
I have keys to all the rooms, duh. I come here all the time, so why are you keeping your boyfriend a secret from me?
You're seriously asking why? Maybe because you're a complete psycho and you'll find a way to ruin anything good in my life.
Jeez, you're so melodramatic. So, Mystery, how soon can you marry Zoe and take her away?
What? I can't marry her right now, but...
Wrong answer.
And with that, she fled the room. 2 minutes later, my parents burst in to find me sleeping peacefully.
Where's the boy?
What? What boy?
Polly said, you had a boy in your room.
While I was sleeping, so I don't know what crazy Polly saw. Go ahead and look. My parents searched my room, and the servants searched the grounds and found nothing. After they finally left, Mystery appeared right after that. That Polly thought she knew everything, but I've been here longer than her. But to my horror, the door flung open again, and my parents and Polly were standing there. How does she even know? All hell broke loose as my parents called over Lucas's aunt and threatened to hand him to the police for breaking in.
Please, sir, it won't happen again.
You bet it won't. Do you even know who I am? Stay away from my house or you'll regret it.
As Lucas's aunt dragged him off, Dad turned to me.
You're grounded for eternity. God knows what kind of people your parents were because you seem like a really bad egg.
Well, by that logic, your parents must have been big jerks.
How dare you talk like that after everything we've done for you? You're just an orphan no one wanted and we saved you from that miserable place.
No, you took me because you just wanted a talented child to show off. But since Polly came, you've reminded me every day that I'm not your kid. As I paced around my room furiously, my eyes fell on a stuffed teddy bear on the shelf. It was the only present Polly had given me once, and suddenly I had a realization why. I pulled out the teddy bear's eyes and I saw what I'd suspected. There was a tiny camera behind one of them. Polly had been using it to spy on me. I looked straight into the camera. Polly, you're a creep, but this is the last time you'll mess with me. And with that, I ripped it out and smashed it with my foot. That night I packed my paintings and climbed out the window, leaving the house behind forever, and it felt good. But I didn't go to Lucas and went back to the orphanage.
Well, I just knew you'd be back one day. You can stay, but you'll have to earn your keep.
I started teaching kids in the orphanage and I felt happier than I had in ages. One day, as I was going to class, a car drove up and I was shocked to see Lucas and his aunt. Lucas ran to me and gave me a bear hug.
Zoe, Mystery, and I were wondering, would it be okay if I officially adopted you?
Thank you for that, but I don't need a parent. I can take care of myself. I'm just happy to have you as my friend. I kept dating Lucas while I worked my way through college. Soon after my graduation, he went down on one knee with a ring, and of course I said yes. We got married in a small ceremony, but I made sure to invite all the kids from the orphanage. We had the sweetest wedding day ever. A year later, I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy, and my heart soared with joy. I'll work hard to give you the best life possible, and I'll make you always know that you're truly, truly loved. True love cannot be bought with material things. Everyone deserves to be loved and valued. Independence and self-belief are the keys to overcoming challenges and finding happiness.